Hey everyone, hey YouTube, Facebook Live, and Periscope. It's your boy Dollar, aka Rich Taylor, bringing you another iteration of Buy the Dip. This is episode number 2, Comic Book Investing 101, Buy, Sell, Invest. That's what we're doing here. My name is Rich. One more time, let's go. Before we start, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're not. Double click that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my content forthwith. Sometimes I don't post on IG or anything, and I just go, and I don't want you guys to miss anything. I do giveaways almost on every single live stream. This is a video. I know the live chat's up, but this is a pre-recorded video, so you know the next live stream will be giving away stuff, so make sure that you double click that notification bell forthwith. All right, guys, as you know, it's the top 5 books to buy now, Buy the Dip, and we always do 2 honorable mentions. Here we go. Our first honorable mention is a book that is, it's no secret. I mean, I've been talking about this book for years, and this book has gotten hot. I wouldn't say recently, but over the last 6 months. But right now, it's on the dip. This is Spectacular Spider-Man number 98, newsstand or direct. You guys know this key issue comic contains the first appearance in full of Spot. Spot is confirmed for both iterations of the Spider-Verse trilogy, Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse, as the villain. I'm not sure if he's going to be 1 or 1A. Probably 1A. I'm guessing probably working with either like the Ultimate Green Goblin or Kingpin or whoever, but right now he is the only villain that they're talking about. So do with that as you will. Mark Jeweler insert editions available along with Canadian price variants. I believe the Canadian price variant price is 75 cents at this time, 60, 75 cents. Double check that, could say 95, but if you see 75, that's definitely it. Unfortunately, Mark Jewelers, you can't tell if it's a Mark Jewelers, especially if you're online from the front cover. Sure, it has the newsstand and all that, but you really don't know unless you open to the actual centerfold. So you're going to have to send the seller a message or go to your LCS and dig it out and start looking. So over the last 90-day average, we have, and that includes 90 days ago and recently, we average it out. High grade copies, newsy and direct, $50. Currently, we are tracking that this book is selling for the last week at $27 shipped. Man, that is down almost 45%. But here's the kicker. CGC 9/8 holding steadily over 90 days and 7 days. With an average FMV is about $800 shipped. So the 9/8s are not, they're holding steadily. But the raw copies, they are on the dip, and right now is the time to move. I wouldn't even mess with the first cover appearance. That book to me is cool, but I just think that it's a little overpriced because we want the first appearance in continuity, in story, or what have you. That's just my selection or my opinion on the matter. Spot is being played by Jason Schwartzman. It's confirmed, so you guys know. But yeah. Our second honorable mention is a new one and a fun one. You guys remember it. A little bit of 2018, 17, 18 nostalgia there. Pre-pandemic. Avengers number 682. This is the second print Sean Izaaske variant edition with Immortal Hulk on the cover. Now let's go over the specs. Avengers 682 second print gives us our first cover appearance with the mention of Immortal Hulk. Now, as you guys know, this series leads into 684, which is the first, they say call it the first full appearance, but to me it's a first appearance, but whatever. So anyways, this leads into Al Ewing's very popular series, the Immortal Hulk, which was the hottest series in 2018 and half of 2019. I think that he was nominated for an Eisner Award for this series, but for Immortal Hulk, double check that, but I'm pretty sure he was. Comicron is reporting that just at or around 4,300 copies were ordered by retailers, give or take a few, which is low. That's low print run. That's what we like. 30-day trend, we tracked 2 copies sold with a CGC 9.8 and 1 raw. A high CGC 9.8 graded at $27. I think the raw was less than that. Currently, copies, I think there was 4 or 5 copies listed. Asking $15, buy it now or best offer, to up to $40 bin or BO. With that $27 CGC 9.8 sale and the raw copy below that, I'm sure you can send the seller a message and get a CGC 9.8 for dirt cheap. At that point, I mean, if you can get a CGC 9.8 for under $50 or under, don't even mess with the raw copies. Go in for the CGC 9.8, put it and throw it in your slab box and wait. Very low risk, high reward scenario here. This is dirt cheap buy-in. And if you missed during this time, now is your time, or now is your chance and time to buy. All right, guys, it's time for our top 5. I'm going to get into this one with you guys. Let's go. Number 5. New Mutants Annual. This is number 2. This is the direct copies. The book contains the first appearance and origin of Betsy Braddock in U.S. Marvel Comics Standard Comics per se. Given the alter ego and codename Psylocke in Uncanny X-Men number 213. I know I put 233 in the notes there, but it's 213. That's the book we talked about last week with Sabretooth and Logan, first cover appearance. They're battling or what have you. Very cool book as well. Good time to buy last week. I didn't see the numbers this week, but anyways, in 2020, this book was easily $100 plus pandemic numbers, down to $75 FMV shipped in 2021. Currently on the 7-day trend, way down, a dismal fair market value of $30 shipped for high grade raw copies. Now, what was really interesting to me is not only that severe dip in value, but this Copper Age book, a New Mutants, even an annual. I know in annuals are printed a little less than typically printed less than the actual run, but I thought this was interesting. I thought I was going to see like 3,000 4,000 2,000 copies graded 9.8 census. No, 222 copies graded at 9.8 on the CGC census currently as of today. I thought that was interesting that a book that with a higher print run, from the New Mutants Copper Age, has less than 250 copies graded 9.8 on the census. This is Universal Blue Label, so to speak. Psylocke and or Betsy Braddock is coming to the MCU someday. When, I don't know. It's no time soon, or not anytime soon, I should say. And that is when we pounce. We want to buy where there's no news. We want to buy the dip. It's the dip. Number 4. Omega Men number 3. Omega Men number 3, Volume 1. This once sought-after DC key issue comic book contains the first appearance and first cover appearance of your boy, Lobo. Yes, it's full appearance, but I know some speculator, investor, collectors are very finagle in the sense that if a character's name is not revealed, then it's not a full appearance. The character is still in limbo. I think the market's changed. It's a full appearance, but just to let you know, Lobo's name is not revealed in this issue. And I've read it. I went through all the word bubbles 3 times, could not find his name. His name is actually revealed in issue 5 Omega Men number 5, not man, but Omega Men number 5. That's where his name's revealed. That book's a $1 book. You can have it all day. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Now, over the last few years, multiple A-list producers and directors have been rumored to take the lead on developing this character for the DCEU and HBO Max. Names such as Guy Ritchie, Michael Bay, and Taika Waititi was the latest. Over the last 7 to 10 years, this book is considered a bronze copper grail. I know, at least for me and my friends, anytime I saw this book, it was like, oh my God, that's a must-have. It's basically a DC copper grail or bronze copper grail. At that one point, this book was like 90 to 100 shipped. Couldn't find anything less. 7-day trend down to about $55. About 60 shipped, but we'll say $55. I think when I checked the 90-day, I didn't put it in here in the notes, but when I checked the 90-day, it's still hovering around $60 to $65. So, you know, it's still affordable. It's still a little bit up there, and I understand that could be a little bit too expensive for a lot of investors and speculators to start at. But so you know, it is down on fair market value. And if you're waiting, then it might be a good time to make a decision. Now, with over 2,700 copies graded at 9.8 and over 7,000 copies total on the CGC census, this book should be easy to find for a great deal right now, especially with inflation and the government now giving us money. I mean, the unemployment rate's at an all-time high, and people that are employed are no longer employed full-time. They're working from home. Sellers want to sell books, and if it's not a book that was not announced, if it's a book that was announced at SDCC 2022 or D23 Expo this year, then you're probably not going to get a good deal. But this book, you can get a good deal. If you are priced out of this issue, let me recommend a few key Lobo issues. Omega Men number 5, that's the second appearance and the reveal of Lobo's name reveal. Omega Men number 37, this is your first solo story and first origin told of Lobo. Justice League International number 18. This one's interesting because you have your first appearance and cover of the modernized Lobo look, the Lobo we're used to seeing that we know so well. I put in the notes here, some prefer the first appearance in story, just period, like the Omega Men 3, and then some prefer the first appearance of the new look, especially since most are used to Lobo's appearance this way. So Lobo number 1, first solo titled series under Lobo. The later issues towards the end of the run are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike due to the low print run and awesome cover art. Lobo 56 is one of those, but this has key components in the guts. Lobo gets married. Lobo has his first child, a daughter. Well, so he imagines. So I read this book and she tells him that she's pregnant. So, spoiler alert, after they get married, she tells him she's pregnant. She's knocked up and he's all excited. And then he just like kind of passes out. And then all of a sudden he starts dreaming, and the flash forward or slash image he dreams up, the creators definitely made it look, well, Crush was not around then, but check this out. So here's her. This is the end of the issue. It's after they're married and after their honeymoon. Now it's called Married with Children. She's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm pregnant. He's like, you ain't trying to prop me. He's like, are you going to have a little bow? Like Lobo. And she's like, confirms it. And he passes out. And then this is what he's dreaming. Your turn, Daddy. Your turn to bat. And then you see this pitcher throwing the ball, basically throwing at his head. And here's the little girl right here on the bottom right. If that doesn't look like a little a little toddler or 6-year-old, 7-year-old crush, I don't know what does. So yeah, pretty cool book. Here is your first cameo appearance of Crush. This is Teen Titans Special number 1. And of course, the first full appearance and first cover appearance of Crush, Lobo's daughter, Teen Titans number 20. And here's the beautiful 1 in 25 design. Very highly sought after. Unfortunately, it is also on the dip. But that's for another video. But yeah, Lobo's the man. He's one of my favorite DC characters. I can't wait till he's developed. Number 3, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 10. This is cover A we're speaking of. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 10 from the 2019 series, cover A, first print, provides us with the first appearance and first cover appearance of Evil Miles Morales from the Earth 616 as Ultimatum. If you're looking at this going, wait, where's he on the cover? He's behind the Ultimate Green Goblin. You see his big old head and his goggles? That's him. Multiple covers on this issue, including 2 incentive variants and a second print as well. Yet this is the only cover that features Ultimatum along with Miles and the Ultimate Green Goblin on cover. Many investors aren't aware that the origin of Starling Vulture appears in the guts as well of this book. That's like an added bonus, icing on the cake. Released in 2019, Comicron.com reported that Miles Morales Spider-Man issues 2 through 10 were averaging about 35K copies ordered by retailers. That's on the lower end of the spectrum. It's not low print run, but it's on the lower end. So it's a little tougher to find this book in high grade in the wild, but you can find it online with recent sales on a 30-day average of around $17 and $74 shipped for a CGC 9.8. That's not bad. Probably wouldn't even mess around with the raw copies. Just go for the 9.8s. They are on the dip. Here is the second print. I didn't check the numbers, but I'm sure it's 3,000 or under with Comicron. I like it. It's a really, really nice cover. Here's the 1 in 25. I believe this is the Ramos cover with Starling Vulture and Miles Morales. I love this cover. And of course, this is the Ed McGuinness 1 in 50 featuring Miles and the Ultimate Green Goblin. This is a really cool variant and really hard to find. You cannot find this thing anywhere. It's tough unless you go to eBay, of course. And then here's your first appearance. If you're wondering what first appearance of Evil Miles, aka Miles Morales 616, that is his alter ego for Ultimatum. His first appearance is in Spider-Man 2, issue number 1 from 2017. Here is your first cover appearance of Evil Miles before Ultimatum, of course, of Spider-Man 2, issue number 3. This is like a $1 book. Very interesting. Number 2, Ghost Rider, number 1 from the 2011 series. I believe that's volume 3. I don't know, but it's from the 2011 series. First appearance of Alejandra Jones, the first Latin female writer in Spirit of Vengeance. Comicron.com is reporting 41, just above 41,300 copies, 41,300 copies ordered by retailers. Not low print run, but for our number 1 issue and a popular character title, seems pretty low to me. We tracked 3 raw copies recently sold over the last 3 weeks, 21 days, with an FMV of about $30 shipped raw. Now, when I checked the census, 34 copies graded 9.8 on the CGC census. 34 copies graded. 0 CGC copies I could find sold over the past 30 days. Look, I know you guys are probably ho-humming and rolling your eyes, but listen to me. Marvel Studios and Disney seem dead set on this whole gender swapping Marvel comic book characters for their comic adaptation transitions. It seems like a smart play just to have it in your long box, either as a 9.8 or raw. I suggest getting raw, especially since there's only 34 9.8s in existence. So it's good to have that I guess you could say, in your back pocket. Uh, this is a cool book. It's got some really cool variants. Let's check them out. There's a newsstand edition. It's not a price variant. It's also, I believe, $3.99 as well. But you'll notice on the bottom, I can't blow it up for you, but on the bottom, if it says 59606, the first 5 numbers, then it's direct, and it'll say direct edition. On the newsstand, it'll have, it's usually like 714 or something, and it'll say newsstand on there. You have a blank or a sketch copy. There is the 50 copy retailer incentive variant by Neil Adams. This is a monster grail book. There's just not a lot of them out there to begin with, but it's just such a sick cover. And of course, this is my favorite cover. This is the 1 in 25 Art Lazo cover. It's a wraparound too. And I just think it's so sick. Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys, it's time for our number 1 book, and then I'm going to head out of here. I have a sale on Whatnot today. I'm going to have a sale on Whatnot on Saturday. My father's sick, and I have to help him pay his bills, so I'm going to be letting go a lot of stuff that I do not or did not plan on letting go. So I got to get ready for that. So be aware. I'll probably shoot you guys a DM or whatever, but if not, I hope you enjoy number 1. Let's go. Here it is, baby. This is ASM number 12, Amazing Spider-Man number 12 from the 2014 series. I think it's volume 3. The same series that Silk first appeared in issue 1 and 4. As you know, this issue contains the first appearance of Leah Pardon in U.S. Marvel comic books continuity and or standard size comics, which is the giant Japanese Spider-Verse robot that's piloted by your Japanese Spider-Man, Speculaiton, a.k.a. Takaya Yamashiro from Earth 51778, which is Spider-Verse, of course. You get the first appearance and first full introduction of Takaya Yamashiro in this book, in full. In issue 9, there's like a cameo. His head it's 1 page and just has a small head among a bunch of other heads. This book, you get full introduction. This is a first appearance, solid first appearance. Nobody talks about that. They always talk about Leah Pardon. They always talk about, this arc's so cool with Moreland and what have you. Nobody talks about Speculaiton's first full appearance in this book in U.S. Comics. Once a $50 plus raw book, 45 to 50 plus raw book, the current 7-day trend, $20 shipped, high grade copies. Estimated print run 90 to 100K plus, still only 13 CGC 9.8 blue label copies on the Senses, 49 signature series copies on the Senses graded 9.8. This is a great time to move on this book. Press sub flip. Spider-Verse Part 2 trailer drops. You'll be ready, dead, set, go. Here you go. Here is the original Japanese Spider-Man. This is from a television show from the late 70s in Japan, and then there's Leah Pardon, the comic book version. Now, here are the guts of the book. I wanted to show you about Speculaiton, Japanese Spider-Man. So this is in issue 12, and basically they're fighting the Inheritors, and I'm not sure if I think it's Peter Parker, but he calls on to Takaya. Takaya, he appears through their what's it called, their webbling or whatever portal with Leah Pardon and just starts kicking butt. It's so cool. You see him there on the bottom, and it's, it says his name, it says where he's from. He's about to knock Moreland and Solus out with Leah Pardon. And then the Inheritors are like, you don't know who you're messing with, rips Leah Pardon's arm off. It's pretty dope. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that because a lot of people aren't aware, but he is confirmed for Into the Spider-Verse. Here he is right here again. I am the emissary. How's it say? I am the emissary of hell. and I shall fight this great evil for all the fate of all the spiders. And that's translated from Japanese. Here is why I love this book so much. Besides the fact that it's already confirmed, it's to be determined. I don't think they have an actor, or if they do, they haven't let it out. But remember in Into the Spider-Verse Part 1, when Miles was in his room, he was sketching a little portrait of Leopardon, and yeah, nice little Easter egg there. Here's some other books that Leopardon and Japanese Spider-Man are a part of, along with Spider-Punk and some really cool Spider-Verse characters. This is Voltus Spiders #1, part of the Spider-Geddon tie-ins. This is Spider-Geddon 3. This is the 1 in 25 variant. I like this one as well. It has the Stan Lee tribute, and Spider-Geddon #5, and it has Miles and a bunch of other spider characters, along with, you can see the Japanese Spider-Man right under Leopardon. He's got that one bracelet on right there. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, give me your feedback. Tell me what you think. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I, on point? Am I way off? All feedback welcome. I love you guys. Thank you guys for your support. You've been wonderful.